Hi, it's Neil Walters with neilsvideos.com. I don't think I've done a video for a couple of weeks. It was kind of exciting when the new mayhem started, and then the last few weeks I just kind of got busy doing other things as usual. And this week we're making lasagna with no pasta in it, which I thought was kind of strange. So you think that with making lasagna we'd have to make some dough or something, but we don't. So this is my current build. And my current stats are what? Around 30, 40 something the other day. 45. So I thought that was pretty good. And let's see, I'll show you my placement. The thing that hurt me about my placement this week, this seems to be like a bug too. Like the first time you click it, it doesn't show you. The second time you click it, it does. So I'm Nifty Neil, and I'm at position 650, and that hasn't changed hardly at all in the last day. So I guess I've kind of reached my point of stability there. And one reason I'm so low this week is I totally forgot about Tuesday because Monday was a holiday in the United States, Memorial Day. And so Tuesday felt like Monday to me, and I totally forgot to start the game, which is usually noon Central Time. And I don't think I actually started till, I can't remember, 4, 5, 6 o'clock. So I was able to get sort of my town together before I went to bed that night. But anyway, I'm sure that cost me 100 or 200 places in the rankings just because of my own forgetfulness, I guess. I won't call it stupidity, but anyway, should set an alarm or something. Oftentimes I set an alarm on Tuesdays to remind me to start the game. And maybe I should have done that all through the mayhem just to automatically do it every week. So you can see here I have 3 lasagna restaurants, or we call it Italian restaurants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of these sauce facilities, and they're pretty much split up equally. At first I had my sauce facilities over here and here, but then I had to have like separate ponds for each one, and I realized, hey dummy, you can have one pond and it can serve, at least 4 or 5 or as many as I need for the sauce facilities that require water, which is to make rice vinegar. So I think that was a slightly better design. My cities or towns are really never beautiful. Like things aren't always lined up like other people's are. I was inspired actually by the beginning or the start of Dubstep Rod's video, where basically he put his windmills kind of like here around the upper top. And the reason they're on that side of the board is because we have a mountain over here, and the mountain casts 5 shades. So you don't want your windmills down here because you know they're going to be red. Now these 3, they were going to be red anyway, no matter where I put them, because my city was getting kind of full. So I sacrificed and put them down here. But all these other windmills, like these are actually too close to each other. I messed up there. That should have been probably one to the left. And this pattern kind of worked good. So like this guy gives 2 waters to him, and he gives 1 water to this salt field over here. So, and then this one got 2 from him, 1 from him, and so on. So that's my salt. And actually, I had to build 2 more salt over here. And the reason I put them there is I do have the Zone 3 MFT from the Haunted Mazes, and that gives saltiness for positivity, but not negativity. And so I added 2 more salt fields there. I'm using my Christmas stand and wheat stand just to make, I'm using my Christmas stand here to get 2 sugars to that. And I'm not making wheat, so this guy is just used to make feed for the feed mills here. And normally I put my feed mills a lot closer to my food troughs, so that was something I could have improved on it had I planned it out a little better. But I thought I'd try that. So they have to carry all the feed from all the way over there to all the way down here. But I've always had enough cheese and enough milk pretty much for most of my game. I also used this little left corner down here was also kind of modeled after Dubstep's video. The only difference is I am using NFTs. He was doing a no NFT build. So when I started to build, I put my water pumps down here, and then I realized, oh, I got to have room for my this NFT, which is the Haunted Easter West Wing, and it gives crude oil to these 2 or 3 guys. So I had to move everything down 1 and put them there. I think he needs a road, but nobody ever walks to him, so that road's kind of off in the corner. And I guess that also serves as a road for my storage tank, and so they do have to cut across here, but usually you don't have a speed problem with that in the game. And so here you don't need a pond because the water pumps are getting the water straight from the ocean, and so I stuck my Quick Builder NFT there. My water is just kind of all spread out. I use my 4 water towers. This one basically gives water to all the milk barns and this one gets, I guess, a little water from this pond as well. And so it provides 4. That's like 4, 3. Maybe this guy's only getting 2. Maybe that's a problem. I didn't notice that till just now. And you notice I still do have a couple of ponds or water pumps in here. And it's kind of boring watching them, like waiting to see who comes and picks up the water. Let's just check it out when he gets the milk out of here. No, it's getting 3 out of 3 water. Maybe I counted wrong. I don't know where the 4th water's coming from. Got to have extra ponds here because the rice needs a whole bunch of water. And like 10, I think. I have a chicken. Ooh, yeah, so you need the chicken coop because one of these guys, yeah, the lasagna requires eggs. And what else? Nothing else too major there. Looks like I still have 2 loggers I could upgrade to lumberjack houses I could upgrade to loggers. So I could tweak it a little more, but it's not going to make much difference. Now, as in the past, I will show you how I got here. And actually, I tried a new rush this week. And my rush was to make baguettes. And I was very happy with that. I think it was better and faster than my candy canes. And I think it makes more money quicker. But it required 3 NFT bakeries to do it quickly and cheaply. So let me show you that next. Okay, so this was my beginning layout, which again was pretty much what Dubstep Rod had done in his no NFT build. But then up here, this is where I put my 3 bakeries. So I think what I did at first, I had all 3 making butter. And then when you sell your butter, that makes about 200 or 220,000. And so you could just do a butter rush, but then the difference is baguettes make $1 million. So I never did time it. Like, would it be better to sell butter, like 3 times, or would you sell more than enough butter if you didn't make baguettes? So I'm thinking that making the dough and making the baguettes actually made more money in the same amount of time. But that would be something worth actually testing in my quote unquote spare time. 1 second. Also, for quick cash, I put my 3 milk barns here, and they're all being watered by that water tower. You can see the water towers up here to provide for the crops. And realize there is some shade here from this guy, but no big deal. There's plenty of meadows for the cows. And then here, what did I do? What did I do different? Let's look about the same. Sometimes I don't remember why I take the screenshots. That looks about the same as well. Okay, now it's a little further along. So here we're getting ready to build the industrial area. So I think by accident or maybe on purpose, I built 2 lumber mills, and I do have a solar panel that I got recently, and this is my Tesla coil. So the Tesla coil makes batteries and puts in the storage, whereas the solar panel only provides passive. It does not actually make the energy batteries. And lots more farmer houses. You can see a couple workers, and I think I had 1 wind turbine here to get a little extra energy in storage. And then after I had enough energy, I got rid of that. And again, almost the same. Oh, I'm building, looks like here my chicken coop, and now I'm starting to add some more barns. Oh, here I built my first mixing tent, and now I have all my refineries and power plants done, which is always a good, happy place to be. And now I'm starting my sauce facility here and my first mixing tent. And I forgot, here's my NFT for my milk storage. It's nice to have. And I'm starting my rice here, so I built a couple ponds, added my first rice, so I can start making white rice wine, not wine vinegar, but whatever, the vinegar stuff. And now I just fleshed that out a little more houses, started my oak storage, because yeah, I need the oak, you need oaks to build the mixing tent, right? But not the sauce facilities. So I have like one or two oak trees up here that slowly fill this oak storage up over time. And this time I did this a little different. I put my wood storages over here a little further away, and I'm not sure if that was good or bad. But again, it's a slightly different pattern that I've done to put all this on the corner of the side like this. So I had to make some little differences than my normal here. I put two storages down here because all these guys, I didn't want them to have to walk all the way over here to deliver when they're done. So when we start making lasagna and mixing tents, all these things, they can all provide oh, there's the first Italian restaurant too. So they can all provide their food a little bit faster. Okay, after a while, okay, now you see the bakeries were here, and there was a large NFT storage for them. And so now I got rid of the bakeries because I had enough cash, and I was pretty much ready to start making my lasagna at that point. So that's going to provide the cash from here forward. And so I put another windmill there, build more mixing tents, more sauce facilities, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. And here, this is to show that even after starting at whatever it was, 5 or 6 in the day, actually I can find out what time I started. Let me go back here. That's one thing nice. The pictures are all time stamped, right? So this was, surely not. So it's 7:29 in the evening. That was not when I started. Let's see that in a minute. What was my first screen? That's 7:30. Looks like the first screenshot I took was 7:30. I may have actually started around 7 p.m. So that's pretty horrible. You know, at first I thought, oh, I'll just give up. I won't even play this week. But, you know, with the NFTs I have, I was able to kind of catch up and at least get in the 600s. I'd rather be above 600 for the prizes, but that's what I get for missing, right? So anyway, I was at 997, and then something, I think maybe this was after my first lasagnas, I jumped up pretty fast to the 600s. And now I'm adding a second Italian restaurant, a lot more sauce facilities, more crops over here, tomatoes and such, more rice fields. At first I had a big rice shortage, so as you'll see over time, I had to add a lot more rice fields. Now we're getting closer to where it was. That's got red circles because apparently I got rid of a road there, so I had to move it up here. And you see this is getting pretty solid now. I kept the meadows, most of these meadows over here for the cows. So they can eat both from there and from the food troughs, which you'll see there's two of them right there. I think later I moved them down even one further, which is not a big deal. And now you see more rice fields over here. Okay, so that's almost the way it is now. The only difference is, let me show you the final video again. So again, this is my final build, and you can see I did put a mixing tent over here, which I really didn't need, but I never actually deleted it. You get to a point where, like, what else would I put there? I can put a meadow there or something, but doesn't seem as it's going to really matter much. Like, you know, it'd be nice if I could add a fourth Italian restaurant, but then I'd have to have more of everything. I'd need more rice and more sauce and more tomatoes and all that. And maybe if I got rid of all the meadows and just relied on the food troughs, then maybe I could have done that. But I guess I didn't consider it worth the time. You also notice I had a lot of farm tractors toward the end of the week. So anyway, good luck with your game this week. This is recorded Friday morning, and so far my place and rank has not changed much one way or the other in the last 24 hours. I appreciate your prayers next week. I'm going to go in for my left hip replacement. I had my right one done 4 years ago. And just in case you're interested in that, I almost had no pain after the right hip replacement. I mean, you know, if you stood on the leg or something or jumped up and down, yeah. But the worst pain was actually the throat being sore from where they crammed the tube down your throat when they put you to sleep from the anesthesiologist. So that was the roughest part. And of course, you move a little slow. You got to use a walker for a little over a week, maybe. And I think I was on my cane after about 5, 7 days maybe. And um, last year I actually fainted after the next day after my surgery, which was a little scary. So this year I'm going to stay one night in the hospital. Last year I actually went home the same day. It's not an outpatient surgery, but they'll basically talk to you and see if you feel safe to go home. And if you're feeling fine, they let me go home because it's actually a surgical hospital, not a regular hospital. So maybe they're more flexible on that. And it just greatly does reduce pain if you have that type of pain in your legs. I was scared and trying to put it off for a long time on the first leg and even somewhat on the second leg. But finally, the pain gets to the point where you say, hey, it's less pain to have the surgery and get it over with. So you can move on with things in your life, like getting back to the gym and exercising, losing weight, and all those good things in life, right? So anyway, good luck on your games, and we'll see you in the next video. And by the way, so last time, I mean 4 years ago, I got to my room after the surgery about noon. So I'm probably gonna take my laptop and probably start playing Town Star there in my hospital bed, except when they come in to do the rehab where they take you for a little walk and stuff. But you actually get up and go walking the first day. So we'll see if that works. Maybe that plan will work well. So I'll see you soon in the next video.